Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Happy, blessed Saturday. Guys, I really don't have nothing to talk about. I just came on, to see what's going on, just coming in, breaking bread with you guys. So when you come on, guys, whatever, question or whatever come to your mind, feel free. Because I really don't have anything to talk about. Just chilling, did everything that I needed to do today. So I decided to come on. So how are you guys doing? I'm just waiting for a little more to come on. I'm just talking about any and everything. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. Yep. So I really don't have anything too much to talk about. I'm just here, just enjoying the day. Had a beautiful day today. It's almost over with now, but it was a beautiful day. I don't know if you guys saw about this. Had saw this balloon from China that was in the sky. I see that where they went ahead and decided to go ahead and shoot it down, but a lot of people are asking, what was in that balloon, and then the thing about it is that when they went ahead, the military went ahead and shot it down. They shot it down over the water, and all that stuff got to go inside that water. Oh my God, you don't know what was in there. What's the purpose of them putting, that in the sky? And some of them sitting there saying, you got to just, you don't even know if it was China, but that's exactly what they say it was. But when it comes to stuff, especially here, everything is so sketchy. But yeah, that was weird to see a balloon was just flying in the sky. Man, that was weird. But they did say that they went ahead and shot it down. But all the stuff that is going on out there, you know, you don't know what was in that balloon. That's why I sit there and say, guys, we just got to be very, very prayed up, because if we're not prayed up, man, you don't just know what these people are doing to us. But like I said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against us shall be condemned. So how you guys are doing? Hope you all are doing great. But I'm just here just passing time. That's about it. I went and got my nails done today and enjoyed the day. Now, my time is almost over with. So, yeah, I saw that in the sky, man. I was saying, Dad, man, what's going on? But with technology and all this other stuff that they got going on, you know, they can sit there and just put all kinds of stuff, make all kinds of stuff. But I don't think that America wants to go ahead and mess with China, knowing that China is, where we are now in the age of technology. And they got all the technology. They more advanced than what we are. So if they think that they're gonna fight them with stuff like this, that's just a lost cause, because you don't know what these people had in that balloon. Shoot, it'll be another big C. We can't say that word. You don't know what was in there. What, yeah. So, like I said, guys, we just got to be prayed up. But I really don't have too much stuff to talk about. I'm just here seeing what's going on in these YouTube streets. I don't see too much going on. So if guys, you have any questions or anything that you want to go ahead and talk about, just feel free, because I really don't have no set thing to come on and talk about. I'm just here trolling. That's about it. That is about it. So welcome, welcome to my live real talk with your girl. I hope you guys can hear me, because I'm not even mic up. I'm right here in the comfort of my bedroom on my iPad. That's exactly where I'm at. But yeah, I pretty much don't have too much to talk about. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed y'all day. So let me see if I can find something what's going on out there in the big world. Yeah. And I definitely don't want to talk about. I see everybody talking about the stuff that's going on with these reality shows. Like I said, I'm sick of these reality shows. Pretty much sick of it. I see that they all talking about Martell. I think Martell had a party, if I'm not mistaken. I see Sheree, but you guys know I already had broke that story anyway. I was the first one that had broke that story because I knew when they had did that, and I guess they went ahead and did another one. But Martell is now filming with Real Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree, which I already had talked about that as well. Where I guess he's gonna have two jobs now on Bravo and also on network because I'm pretty sure that he's gonna be filming with Sheree as well. I guess they're gonna go ahead and go back and forth, which I already talked about that. All that stuff wasn't nothing but a publicity stunt anyway, just to go ahead and get us talking about all this doggone mess. Because that's exactly how I look at it. Because I try to sit there and chop it down every chance that I can get. But I know one thing, that these people is not playing anymore. They out there suing now. They already said, that you know they're not going to go ahead and take it no more because Miss Wanda, someone had asked her the question and she said she's not going to let it go. She's taking it to court. You sat there and you defame her character or call her house and threaten her house. That's just these people lives. These people ain't playing with you guys no more. These people are taking all that stuff serious, which I don't blame them because you got a lot of nuts walking around. So these people got a life as well. And most of these people that's on these reality shows, they don't have no bodyguards. And these people look at these people like, hey, this is these people, like it's their, like it's their, these people lives. These people only showing you just a snippet of what's going on. But that's where our people at. Yep, I see that. Yep, they done went ahead and fired. I think in charge this white guy. You remember the white guy that's was a part of the beating, which he the one did. I think he had the taser, if I'm not mistaken. But they went ahead and charged them, which they should have did it at first. But I think the reason why they was trying to hold back because they wanted to make sure that they put out those five black guys that that picture was too pretty for them. They didn't want to go ahead and dilute it. That's how I look at it. So that's why they waited until people start sitting there asking questions. What about the white guy that had the taser? So, like I said, we need to go ahead and get these people off the forces anyway, especially when they want to be like a bunch of gangs. That's how I look at it. Yeah, but I'm just trolling, guys. That's about it. Just passing time, just seeing what I'm just, checking out some things that's going on out there. And that's about it. Just waiting for some more to come on. If not, I guess I just sit there and just troll on the internet because I really don't have too much to talk about. Oh my God, I see right here. This is coming from the shed room where it says that a 14-year-old boy is arrested for brutally beating a 9-year-old girl on a Miami County school bus. Authorities say he's being charged accordingly. I bet he is. Beating a 9-year-old. Come on. What's going on with these kids? I had saw, I think it was like last week on the shed room where they had this girl in school beating the heck out of her teacher. And the thing about it, the other teacher, when they had opened the door, she saw where this girl was beating up her teacher. It's like, I would have went and ran to it and tried to break it up, but I guess she did tell the girl to stop it, and but I mean, end up beating her teacher up, and then I read that the teacher had broke her leg. My God, what's going on with these kids? I used to be scared to even open up my mouth to my teacher. I used to give guys, that's just to show you, man. I don't know what type of world that we live in. And if I was her mother or if she the father, I would when she got home, I would have told her to tell up. But they said that it went ahead and they charged her, which she deserved it. She deserved every bit of it. I would have charged her tail as well. Trying to show off. That's all she most likely that she was doing is showing off around the other kids, but now she's most likely kicked out of school. Not only kicked out of school, is that she got to face her parents. I hope her parents sit there and put their foot down on her because these kids are getting out of hand. Man, when I saw that, I said, "Oh my God!" I couldn't believe that. Couldn't believe that at all, man. These kids, I don't know what to say about these kids. It's just a whole total generation. I hate to see, the next president that's going to come out of that, man. This is like a lost generation. Ain't no way in the world that I would sit there and try to put my hands on my teacher. That's just to show you that these people are just, you know, they just don't have no respect for their peers nor authority, because I guess it's the type of generation that we are living in. These kids like these kids today is like they are raised by a pack of wolves. No respect, nothing. I mean, social media and I mean, just got our kids just messed up. Because I don't think that if they would see all the stuff that's going on with social media, and I just don't think that it would be that bad. It's just that this is a lost generation. That's how I look at it. Because to see a student beating the crap out of her teacher, that right there, that is a little too much. That's crossing the line. That's too much. But like I sit there and say, I guess it's the way that, you raise your kids, and especially when it comes to this age of time right now, it's pretty much the kids are raising themselves because most of the time, the parents, they are out the house, working or, some of them just don't have time to, raise their kids where pretty much, social media, the internet, games are the ones that's raising the kids. So what you see right now, that's the product, of what's going on. So you can expect the kids, to wild out and to act. Back then when we was young, sure, we had so much stuff to do. These kids today, they don't do nothing. It's like the idle mind is the devil's workshop. But the thing about it is they want to make sure that their parents get their nails, their hair, and get them the latest fashion. And you know, and the thing, they don't work for it, giving them too much handouts. But when we was growing up, we pretty much, we had to earn what we get. But these days, these kids don't earn; they just get it, and most likely, that's why they act like they act. Just to show you guys, we have a long ways to go. That's why we have to train up a child in the way that they should go, because or not, this is what we're going to get. It's like these kids are, I mean, I don't know what they are, who are they raised by? What's in the Kool-Aid? Because whatever it is, it's sure not right. Something is not right. Yep, I'm just trolling the internet, guys, just trying to see if I can get somebody to come in and talk with me. If not, I guess I just talk to myself. I didn't feel like carrying up. I started to go ahead and camera up. Maybe tomorrow. I probably find something to go ahead and talk about tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm just sitting here trolling. Yep. But this is a lot, guys. I'm telling you. Especially when it comes to this generation right here. Sometimes I think, man, what is these people, maybe they probably be doing some type of kids we don't even know when it comes to school, the foods. That's why I was on someone's um, panel today on Clubhouse. Lena, she went ahead and she had opened up a panel on Clubhouse, and we was talking about, changing our diet, which that's what I need to do. I need to go ahead and do alive, just set a show just aside just for us to, eat the right food, because that plays a lot of effect on us as well. Eating all this different type of food, don't know what they are putting in these foods. Look at the AIDS, uh, eggs. I'm saying AIDS, but I'm talking about eggs. Almost $8. And I was saying, why our eggs are so high when they chickens, they lay almost a half a dozen eggs a day, but yet they have a shortage of eggs, and we see chickens all over the place. But it's something going on. I don't know, and I hate to do this theory thing, but something is going on. Now we got a shortage on eggs. Something got to be going on. Something is not right, because we know that chickens lay eggs a minute, every second. But that's just to show it's time for us to sit there and take notice. And we know that those days was come, because all that right there is in the book of Revelation, where it's going to say that, and I'm talking about wheat, it's going to take like a day's wage just to buy like a loaf of bread. And I know you guys back then heard your parents saying stuff like this. Things are getting expensive, things are getting high, and the Bible is pretty much fulfilling itself. Let me see if I can go ahead and find that in the book of Revelation, where it was saying that it's going to take like a day wages in order to buy a loaf of bread. I mean, it's just so stuff is going to go be so high, but we already know that that was going to happen. We already know. That's why I tell everybody, I say, don't get ready, be ready at all times, because you never know when that day gonna come. And I was talking to Lena on her panel on Clubhouse. They went ahead and invited me to come up, where now a lot of people, they are going vegan now. And I'm trying to sit there, watch what I eat, because as you can see right there, I have gained a lot of weight, which I always had my weight in control. But now, the older I get, it's like it's so hard to go ahead and lose it. But we're gonna have to watch what we eat, because you don't know what these people are putting in that food. Something is going on. Let me see if I can go ahead and find that scripture. And that's it. I know it's in the book of yeah, yeah. Let me see right here. That's in the Revelation 6:6, where it says, "And I heard what seems to be a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius," that's money. And it's when I say wheat, I'm talking about bread. "And 3 quarts of barley for a denarius," that's money. I might be pronouncing it wrong. You heard of denarius. "And do not harm the oil and the wine." So it's saying right now that, the cost of living is going to be high. So we know that those days was going to come. Let me read it out. This one right here. This is the King James, yeah, because it says, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four living beings saying," and that's the four living beings say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measure of barley for a penny, and see thy hurt not the oil and the wine." So right there is letting you know that the four living beings saying, and that's in the midst of the four living beings, that's the four corners from the south, east, west, and the north. Let you know that it's going to affect not just one place, it's going to affect the entire world. This stuff is going to affect the entire world. And when it comes to America, we are one of the richest countries in the world, which we in debt to a lot of the countries. But I was saying, now we know right now that we have a food shortage. We know that. We know that, some people don't even have places to go ahead and lay their head. Where I was seeing on CNN, where they trying to get the homeless people off the streets and putting them in a motel. But America should be embarrassed. And the reason why I say America should be embarrassed, because you are getting all these foreigners, these people from Ukrainian, getting these people overseas and bringing them to the United States, setting them in hotels, motels, and houses, and giving them pensions, SSI, and benefits, and all kinds of, you know, stuff that's, they possibly could go ahead and give them. But you giving these people, but yet the ones that's living here, you're not even taking care. You don't even care anything about them. We got homeless people right here on America's soil, but yet what they do, they go ahead and grabbing people from other countries and bringing them here in America, when we know we have the biggest crisis going on right here on America's soil. Like I say, guys, a lot of stuff that is going on, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. How we can go ahead and police every country, but yet we cannot police our own country, our own people. But that's just to show you that this right here is the day of judgment. Judgment is falling. We know that this is the day of judgment because too much stuff is going on. It doesn't make sense how we can allow other people to come and reap the harvest and never put in no time, no blood and sweat, never even broke a sweat, but yet they can come into this country. Come on, guys, make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense at all. And I don't even, like I said, I didn't come to prepare anything. I'm just here talking. That's all I'm doing is talking. So, guys, if y'all have anything that you want to go ahead and talk about, feel free. But I'm just talking, because so much stuff that is going on, and it does not make no sense. But the thing about it is that we knew that that time is coming. That's why I say, it's not surprising. It's surprising to some, but it's sure not surprising to me, because we know that that time was going to come, that day was going to come. Now, I don't know, what's going to happen. Are we going into the biggest recession? But we don't have the fear at all. Not us. Long as we know that we are not sitting there dipping and dabbing in the things of this world. We don't. It's not going to really affect us, because they've been trying for the beginning, trying in the beginning to sit there and take us out. We know what this is all about. We know exactly what is this all about. But like I said, we don't die. We multiply. Let me see if I can get a charger, because my battery's slow. Like I said, everything that going on and is happening, I think is there just to sit there and to target not only just people, but poor people as well. Well, not just the middle class, or you know, it's just to tear down, because they know that the world is overpopulated. That's how I look at it. And they figured that, they only out to pretty much is to try to depopulate the world, because they feel like it's overpopulated, because too much stuff is going on. Too much stuff is going on. How in the heck we can be one of the richest countries in the world and have a food shortage? Come on, guys, make it make sense. And not only that, we was quarantining where, had the big sea out, but yet they was flying people in the United States. All that stuff didn't make no sense. That right there is a wake up call, guys. I'm telling you, all that stuff is a wake up call. I don't know, but that's how I look at it. Because I don't think that anything is by accident. Anything is by accident. I don't know. But like I said, he that have an ear, he that have an ear, let him hear. Because there's so much stuff that is going on out there. So let me see right here if I can go ahead and pull this up right here. And that's coming out of Revelation 6. Yeah, Um, this right here is, yeah, like I say, I believe that we are now in the book of Revelation, because all that stuff, just look around. All this stuff is happening. It's starting to take place. So much stuff is going on. And that's why I think that we are now in the book of Revelation. And the thing about it is that they keep us distracted with all this stuff that is going on out there. Now, I was reading somewhere, let me see if I can find this, which I did talk about this before, how they are now experiment which we know they've been was doing this experiment with melanin. Yes, with melanin. And I had talked about this before. I talked about this I could think it was like maybe about 3 weeks ago. I had talked about how they experiment with melanin, how the government, let me see if I can find that, went ahead and gave the military, and I'm gonna say allegedly because sometimes these articles, you got to be careful of all that stuff that they put out. But they say 7 point something $million to go ahead and do a research on melanin. Yeah, it says right here. It says the United States government, and I cannot pull anything up because I'm on my little iPad, so I can't pull nothing on here. But I'm just reading this article right here. um it says by libertyriderglobal.com, I guess. It says the United States government plans to use melanin for military armor, weapons, and energy storage. So let me go ahead and read a little bit right here. And this Liberty Writer Global, that's what this is. That's the article. It says, in a world where the importance of melanin and its connection to Black people are swept under the rug or denied, the United States government is preparing to use melanin for military application and device. And see, right here, they know that the melanin that is in our body is like liquid gold. And like I told you guys, I tell you guys all the time, these people know us better than we know ourselves. What we sit there and we look at it that like it's nothing. These people, they see a whole different side, but they're not going to tell you. They're going to sit there and tell you you're nobody, you're a thug, you this, you're that. But all the while, they doing research on you. They having meetings without you, but talking about you. It says right here the U.S. Army would transform overnight if they replace the technology they have now with the planned melanin based technology. And we believe this to be true, for only a few understand the power of melanin. The military application which melanin will undergo will arrive at end products such as the creation of melanin based clothing coating, harvesting of thermal energy to be used for cold weather vehicles, uh, exponentials, improvement in radiation, shearing, all types of stuff, guys. All this stuff right here is what they going to experiment doing research on melanin. Uh, Melanin is a biological polymer that possesses many desirable properties, which clear army application and dampen radar signature, EMP shearing, radiation protection, uh, cold condition protection, energy storage, transduction, and an alternative circuit material. Natural produce Naturally produced melanin absorbs energy in many different forms: UV, visible light, ion. Wow. Melanin are being believed to be the primary protected. And we already know that. All this stuff right here, we already know. But who would have thought that they would go and experiment and putting it in computer chips, putting it in all types of stuff. Who would have thought they would have used that? So like I said, guys, be harmless as a dove and wise as a snake, because you be wondering why our people are hunted down like sheep for the slaughter. Now you see why. Like I said, these people is they study us. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot, but that's just to show you right now that this right here, this is the final call. This right here is end times. We are right now in end times. We knew all these days was coming. We knew that this time was gonna come. Why you think that? Every time when you turn on the television, it always be young kids. You don't see or hear they doing anything to the older people. You don't see that, barely hear anything about the women because they know they cannot get away of sitting there beating up women. Men, just imagine these policemen going around beating up women. You ain't gonna hear stuff like that. That's right there. That would tear down the whole department. Which, like I said there and said, go ahead and tear it down and build it back up because of how it started, how it's originated. But you ain't gonna see them messing with elderly people that much, which they'll try to go ahead and get away with, or women. They do men, young boys, and there's a reason why they do all that. There's a reason, and this is not no theory thing. It's a wake up thing. That's what it is. Mostly a wake up thing. But yet we want to go out there and focus on all the stuff that we shouldn't be focusing on. When the real stuff going on out there, we go ahead and we turn we turn our head to what's really going on out there. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Ugh. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, the Africans, how they live out there in the village, which, our people, some of us, ain't no in the world we could sit there and live in some village in the middle of nowhere out there in the bush, because I've been watching how a lot of Americans are moving to Africa now. Some of them, like I said, which I want to go ahead and start blogging on that as well. Some of them are really doing good. I had showed you guys. I think it was DY DIY a family home something. I'm gonna have to. You can go ahead and watch that video. I think I had dropped it like maybe three or 4 days ago, where they are doing good. They are really doing good. And for to say that she started out 2 years ago, and I mean, they got everything set up. Their own farm, beautiful home. I mean, everything set up. And it could be done. But I'm saying, is a lot of our people, they are going back to Africa because it's cheaper. It needs a lot of work, to help each other, because I believe that if you got all the tools and the skills, the education, go back to the motherland and go back and build, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But don't go there to seek employment. Go there already have your money ready to set up schools. And I don't even hear anything about Oprah Winfrey School that much no more. I don't even hear anything about that school no more. The last time I heard about Oprah Winfrey School in Africa is when they had some kind of controversy, some stuff that came out. But some of these people I've been watching, these Africans that's living in those villages, living in the bushes, they are very content. But I mean, it's like the way that they live, it's like how our great grandmother or great grandmother used to live. You know how they still, some of them in the bushes, they still building outhouses and showering in the lake, but they happy eating food off the trees, growing their own vegetables, but they happy. And that's all that matters, long as they happy. But now, because they have an asset to the internet and having their own cell phone and doing their own YouTube channel, and now they're getting to see how the real world, the world, I ain't gonna say the real world, how the Babylon world, the European world, how they are living. And now they, all trying to some of them trying to sit there and get a piece of that. But uh I forgot what the name of this channel, D Mongo. I was watching her channel, and she was doing good in her village, really doing good. But then she wanted to go out of her village, which I don't understand. Why did she want to go out? And I guess because she's got a boyfriend. I think he's from the Philippines, and then I think his grandmother. She went ahead and built her a house, and it's some to the fact. The lady, she was I guess somewhere in the village where she didn't have too much, but a lot of people had got on her. And the reason why they got on her, because they were saying, it's too much stuff that needs to be done right there, in your village. Why would you go to the Philippines to go ahead and build up somebody else? And I mean, I wish I could go ahead and show it to you, but I can't share a screen on my iPad. But it was a nice house she did, because they building stuff in Africa. She built her mom a 2 or 3 story home. It's pretty nice, but it's still got a lot of work to be done. The thing about it is they building these big old huge homes, but inside, it's still got a lot of work to go ahead and do, which I don't understand why they building those huge homes just for them to live. If anything, build those big old buildings, for schools, and some that you could help, that village to grow. Because I don't think just because you building a huge home, that's going to benefit to the community, to the village that they are in. Just like with us in the United States, uh no more than 2 or 3 people living in mansions, building these huge homes. That's uncalled for. What's the purpose of doing all that? If anything, take that money and start investing, and doing something that that you're going to be able to see a profit. But you're not going to see a profit if you're living in it. Come on, guys, make it make sense. And that's all I'm saying. When it comes to how we are not really good stewards when it comes to money. That's what I call wasteful. Which, building a home, that's a good investment. But I'm saying, you're going to build a home to sell it, and then you're going to go ahead and profit off of that, and then, go ahead and continue on with it. But if you just build it just for you to go ahead and live in, unless you got money, then, to me, it doesn't make sense. But it's a lot of people now, they've been talking about, going back to Africa, and they say it's much cheaper, and they not only cheaper, it's that they more free, because they going back to the motherland. And we already know that they'll talk about how it's like a third world country. And we remember when Trump was calling it a s-hole. But yet, where are they? They digging so many holes in those grounds for these people, minerals and oil. They ain't gonna tell you stuff like this, and getting it for pennies on the dollar, working these people to the bone, working up these people. I mean, I've been seeing how other countries going into Africa, building up Airbnbs and hotels and restaurants, and getting these Africans with cheap labor. One man said there he wanted to be off camera, where he's saying that they throw shoes at him, they really verbal abuse it to him, and the money that they give them is just enough to buy food. But these are big old corporated country. I mean, business. I'm not talking about these small businesses. No, these is corporate, worldwide. going into Africa with cheap labor. But I just don't understand why would they allow them to come in, knowing that they're not putting anything in it. They're only just doing that just for them to go ahead and prosper, not trying to build up Africa. They're not trying to do that. So that part right there, to me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But I'm just here talking, guys. Just you know, shining the light off for some, shining the light on darkness, because that's all it is. To show you that our people still have a long ways to go. Still have a long ways to go. Yeah, but it's gonna be a time where we're going to have to be good stewards. Because I already done talked about it earlier, that the price of everything is gonna be high, and that's why we're gonna have to start doing things for ourselves, and stop depending on these people, stop depending on the government, stop depending on other people to take care of us. What we was doing back in the beginning, how our forefathers was and our ancestors, and our great grandparents, how they used to have farms in the back of their yard, building up, and doing things for themselves. And when are we going to start doing that ourselves? When are we going to start sitting there, stop acting like we codependent? And long as they see us like that, trust me, they're going to continue doing that. Yeah. But yeah, I've been watching a bunch of videos, like African videos, a bunch of African videos, and seeing how our people, they are very very interesting, going back. But when you do go back, you go to build, not to sit there and depend. That's how I look at it. That's exactly how I look at it. So I really didn't come on to talk about anything specific, just sitting there passing up time. That's about it, guys. But we have to also, be careful, of the trick of the enemy, how we already know what he's out there to do, So if it takes us to sit there and start growing our own vegetables, which I need to start eating healthy, definitely start to eat healthy. I'm saying that I'm gonna try to stay away from meat and start, trying to eat healthy stuff. Because I was on somebody's panel, like I was saying, on Clubhouse, where it was talking about eating meat, and how they was able to get off of that, and they feel much healthy. Their skin looks good, they have energy, because they trying to eat clean food. And we know all that. We know all that, but we just get so busy and so caught up in all the stuff that's going on around us, where we think that we got to have everything, that's fast food, fast this, fast that, microwave food, instead of taking our time and preparing healthy meals, and leaving all that junk food and all that other stuff, leave all that stuff alone. because I was reading. You remember I had read at the book Hebrew to Negroes, how and that's true. How a bottle of water is pretty much more expensive than a bottle of soda, and with the soda, it's you got to put all the ingredients, but yet it's much cheaper than the water. So go figure what that's trying to tell you. What's that's trying to tell you? Ugh. Guys, I'm watching right here. I wish I can go ahead and show you. No, I'm not even going to tell you about this because these people are crazy. This man is in a sewage hole. I guess he's cleaning it out, but got all kind of cockroaches all on him. Oh my God. Lord, come see about your people. Oh, there's just so much stuff that's going on when it comes to this world. I bet you, just like it was back then in the beginning in the Old Testament, how the Most High God had regret even making King Saul king, and how you remember during the time back then how he pretty much wanted to go ahead and wipe out the entire planet. And I bet you most now I see now why people hold on. Yeah, how back then I lost my train of thought. But what I'm saying is, how the Most High God, I'm pretty sure that regretting even ever making human beings because we have done so much. We have gotten so out of control by tampering and provoking the hands of God. We have done so much to this planet. And most of it is because of greed. Most of it because of greed. And that's why we are in the state that we are in now because of greed and power. And that's what's going to go ahead and destroy us. But I just pray that, we don't be a part of it because right here, these are the warnings, the signs. Everybody looking for a sign. Well, maybe if, show me a sign, I might believe. Well, these are the signs right here. Look around you. These are the signs. Can't get no clearer than this. This right here is a wake up call. Yeah, I'm looking right here. I wish I can go ahead and show you this because, like I said, I'm just trolling. I see Lisa Ray. She got her Hebrew Israelite. I'm seeing them right now hugging and kissing. I hope it's real. It's not just for show. But she's pretty, and she loves her white. Let me see what people are saying about it because I got about 8 more minutes, and after that, I'll go ahead and close it down. It says right here they are both Hollywood actors. Yep, I'd say that, and I promise you guys, I didn't even read this. I wish I could go ahead and show you this right here. But this right here is on Instagram. I'm seeing it. I might do another live tomorrow, and I might go ahead and show you this. But someone says they are both Hollywood actors playing a role. Please don't be fooled. Right, I see him with Shay for Love and Hip Hop. So I guess this is the same Hebrew Israelite that was with Shay on Love and Hip Hop. No, it's not her, Nubu. She was married to a prince. Yeah, I remember when they said that Lisa Ray was married to a prince, and I think he threw her back, and I'm gonna say allegedly with nothing. He don't live in America. You know them personally. Thanks. I see him in that get up and immediately think black Israelites and was wondering. what's in Hollywood is going on. She was bamboozled by a prince. It's the $326 million network for me. Go ahead, Lisa. I don't think she worth that much. Come on, I don't know what they talking about. Let me see right here what they talking about. Somebody say 12 million. No, ma'am, 326. You're right. If you have Google, use it. Now, Google, just because you Google someone's income, that does not mean that they make that much money. They have that much money. It probably be like in all types of assets and other stuff, but some of that stuff don't be true. If you have a life, live it. She didn't went and get her a genie magic carpet man, Jesus Christ. I guess because he have a turban on his head or something like that. That's probably why they calling him a genie. No, to be trust several wives. She think he's a royalty. Funny, he doesn't even have an African accent when he talks. He picked me out at a party. I was totally not interested in the whole demonstration. His crew was walking, holding an umbrella for him, etc. A bit much, and it seems like he found a hustle that's working. So someone said that and said they both are actors. I don't know. So I guess they might just go ahead and try to do a reality show setting it up. You never know because they try to make a reality show out of a little and everything. I don't care what anyone is saying. They look beautiful together, which they do. Didn't look like she actually wanted to kiss him when he grabbed her face. She pulled away and allowed on the cheek. Like I said, they say, guys, the internet got us so messed up, man. We are so distracted by these people lives, which these people gets paid to be out there in the front. But like I said, it is what it is. She snags royalty. All single ladies need to pay attention. This is a beautiful marriage, but she's been through a few husbands and this never lasts. But I hope this one will be one that can last a lifetime. She close to 60 and 56 old by now, and it's her time to enjoy happiness. And you have to be careful because these are going to start off with the wife and be really interested in the daughter all along. But love can happen, and it is possible. So I wish her wonderful love and happiness that needed. Now they could have kept all that shit to themselves. When it comes to our knowledge as African Americans, people of Yahweh Elohim, you get a little post, but when it comes to other things that are worldly, you sort it out from the rooftop. I say to you, my age with African people reach higher than the earth to the heavens. She always about that paper, and she doesn't play either. Hmm. I wonder if she's still on that show. I think she was on a show with Claudia Jordan, a talk show and a few others she was on. I don't know if she's still on that show. Ah, so, guys, I'm about to get ready to go ahead and close it out. I thought I was going to come in and talk to you guys, chop it up, but it is all good. I still stay at my hours, so that's all that matters. I say I'll be trying to do at least an hour a day. So, I did do an hour. So, hooray, hippie, hooray for me. I was just talking in and everything. So I guess we say, oh, she ain't got nothing to talk about. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I am done, done, done trolling on the internet. Internet might come on tomorrow. Might have something that I can go ahead and talk about. And if I find anything to talk about, I'm gonna come on. But at least I went ahead and did my hour. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Wish you all can come and join me sometimes so we can go ahead and break bread. We can go ahead and chop it up, talk about any and everything. Yep. So, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Did my hour. Yep. So, you all have a good night and peace out.